So who the hell am I? Who the hell am I to expect a savior? Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning, Radio Free America. This is the Father-Son podcast coming right to you from, are we on already?
Are you happy with that voice?
Well, I don't know. That's my Walter Winchell voice.
And nobody knows who that is.
Yeah, but it's my
Hello,
Tucker
good
Carlson
morning.
voice. I love that guy. He's a cool dude.
He is. Remember the time he called you?
Yes, I do. And
Was it a recording? Did he actually talk to you?
no, I have a
can't
voice
remember.
message that was from him. And
No, I thought he actually
wait,
talked
did
to you.
he
Yeah,
talk to
he
me?
actually talked to you because I don't think
Okay.
you have that recording.
That was really nice of him. Enjoy Tucker Carlson. Our show today is very dear.
Why are you trying to guide the show?
Well,
You're just the eye candy. I told you that before, right? He's the eye candy. And I'm going to slap the candy right out of him if he continues this.
sometimes the talent forgets their place in life. In the
We didn't win this award for nothing,
That's right. It was for did you say we won it for nothing?
I won it for nothing is exactly it.
Actually, the award we got is the fact that we're sitting here with you folks for all the trials and tribulations that we will expand on. We're going to give you a little insight.
It gets deep. You're not the runner of the show. I guide it. You just are the eye candy. You can't. Why do you always want to? Because you get into these tangents that go off, and I got to deal with this every time. I mean, quit watching Sanford and Son. All you do is get more ideas on how to berate me, make fun of me, fat shame me, ugly
Excuse me, I
shame me.
wasn't listening. What did you say again?
You know what episode this is? This is episode number 10. We've reached 10.
What do they call it? And when you're married 10 years, what is
divorce.
this? Toilet paper? Is it 10 years of toilet paper?
I don't know why you need some.
After the show, I will. No, actually, today's
No,
show.
you don't say that. That's my line.
Oh, that's your line. Okay, well,
You are supposed
I
to.
was reading between the lines.
He's the color. The color of the broadcast. We don't.
Yes.
No, seriously. So let me explain again how this goes. I guide the show. You answer the question. You never answer questions, so I'll continue to guide the show. Do you want to do an intro? Do you want to do the intro today of what today's topic is about?
No.
Because this is a very
I'm
touchy
pissed.
subject.
Now I'm pissed.
Good.
And I'm going to sit here
Good.
and whine for
As
half
always.
an hour how you take over my life. And when I explain it to you, we get around to hypocrisy.
The sun has become the master.
That's true. The
Shaking the
hypocrisy
table again.
of life. Isn't that what it's all about?
No, it isn't.
Oh, it isn't. Okay.
That's a segment and a derivative of life is hypocrisy, but it's not.
Do you know where
the
that word
reason.
came from?
Your mouth.
No, and what it means. No, it came from the Greeks, and it meant actor.
So if I look that up right now, that's what it's going to
that's
say.
exactly.
Let me look it up.
Do the research on that. Do the
Okay,
research.
okay.
You know, now I got two people in my life who absolutely research
All right.
and fact check every doggone thing I do. But that's the joy of being a parent. And if you can get beyond the fact that they're knuckleheads all the way down the line, the second, third, and fourth, or
See, thank God to Apple computers. Okay, damn it, you're right, Greek. Okay, all right, but you're wrong on half of it. Ha ha.
well, what's the other?
Here's where I
half?
got you. The word hypocrisy comes from the Greek, right? And there's Greek writing. I can't. Hypocrisies. Is that a guy? Anyways, which means jealous. Oh, wait a minute. Play acting, acting out, coward,
See, there you go.
coward, or dissembling.
Mhm.
Which one are you? Those are you.
Well, the whole idea is that if we look at this down the line, children look up to the next generation, to their parents. And what do they see? A lot of hypocrites. Is that not what we're talking about?
No, today's subject is religion.
Well, now we know
Yeah.
why they don't go to church. It's because they
Well, we'll jump right in there.
okay.
Do you think when you were young, tell everybody you went to
I
went
went
to,
to
you wore a
seminary
dress?
for
Yeah.
2 years.
You went to a
Yeah, I went
seminary?
seminary for 2 years. So
how old were you?
14, 15.
Which was it?
2 years,
Oh,
14, 15. Use all your
Was
fingers.
it 13 to 14 or 14 to 15?
That's true. If you're dyslexic, it's 15, 14.
Anyways,
We went to, so anyway, I do have a background of that. Plus,
let me
you
ask
and I
you,
are
is it
both-
true about the priests?
Yeah, I don't know if it's true about the priests. Yeah, they were very good gentlemen.
And did you have none of
they
that?
had more guts than I have because I couldn't be one.
Well,
But
you tried though. You were going to until you went to Vietnam, right? Or into the service, I shouldn't say Vietnam. But anyways,
yeah,
so you were there and you went to St. John's. What was that like? They have a nice lake out there, and you were all
Lake
often by the
Sagatan.
lakeside, weren't you?
yeah, I love that lake. That's where you talk to God. I'll tell you what, folks. You ever want to talk to God? You go up to St. John's up by St. Cloud and walk around Lake Sagatan. I swear you'll talk to God. You go by yourself and just walk.
Are there
Make sure you
bears?
told somebody where you're going, though. I don't know what it's like anymore.
Are there bears up there?
No, I think we shot the last one when I was in school. No,
Let me
that-
run down through the different percentages right now, okay?
Sure.
I was able to Google this because I'm not that smart. So Christianity, that's one of the obviously 31% basic around the world. That's and then Islam comes in at 24.5
Okay.
or 25%.
Okay.
Irreligion is about 15. Hinduism is about 15%. Buddhism is only 6%, which I thought was interesting.
But do you
I
know?
thought Buddhism would be bigger on there, and then folk religions,
Yeah.
little offshoots and stuff like that are about 6% too as well. But Buddhism, I thought would be higher. Have you ever explored Buddhism? Not your butt, but
No,
your
but I had a
Buddhism.
girlfriend who could speak English. Hey, no, what I was going to mention to you, you know how much of a percentage that has been increasing every year?
No,
What do they call people who don't believe in God?
atheists.
Oh, thank you. I did actually forget the
No.
word. See, that's
did
the
too,
way
actually. I
to
just-
cleverly bring it around. Let him
scared
say
me.
the word. I did forget that.
But you scared me.
Yeah, that's 6 to 8% of the world now, and it keeps increasing. Is atheists, but it gets back to hypocrisy. The kids learn what they see. You tell them all day long, don't mean anything. They learn what they see.
So when you were young, what were you brought up as far as
Okay.
what were you taught about? Well, Catholic, okay, but did you have to go to church every Sunday?
Well, when you're up at St. John's, you go to church every day.
Well, that was 13, 14. I'm before that.
Oh, before then?
You're touching everything. Your hands to yourself and not
yeah.
not down your pants either.
An old man's disease. This one shakes and this one can't lift up anything. But anyway,
Well,
you're
keep on
correct
your
about
side.
that. It's really interesting. I found a good way to remember your past and stuff is along the lines of Cheech and Chong's. It's amazing. Am I digressing a little bit here? We're talking about religion. We're talking about growing up and when you're a kid. Don't you see that that's a basic problem? So when with all the media, with all the information that's out there, you're going to expect kids that are 18, 19, 20 to say, "Oh yeah, that's really going to help me." They're
So
looking
in
at
America and in the United States of
all
America,
over.
do you
All
think?
over. I don't.
Okay,
I
no,
don't.
I'm asking you a question. Can I
Oh,
answer? Ask you it.
What was the question?
The question is, do you want to borrow my Manscaped thing to clean out the hair in your ears?
No, your mom's for that. Why do you think you get married at this age? Women.
I'm not going to marry my mom.
Well, that would be okay in
That would
some
be
other
weird.
countries.
Anyways, what I'm asking
Yes.
is I totally forgot. Now, thanks. I'm into your world. I think
Love
I
it.
need to take
You
some
love
of
it
these
when you win.
Cheech
you
and
know?
Chong gummies. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
puts
love
in
it
the
when
right
you
mood.
win.
Okay,
And,
so the question is, being raised before you went to the seminary. Oh, first of all, why did you go to the seminary? Whose idea was that?
That's that's the same question I asked my dad. Who the hell's idea was that?
Hey,
You know?
don't use the word hell
Why can't you use the word hell or dad? Which
in
one
that
did you?
sentence.
Which one were you offended by?
So no, why
I told you I didn't have a choice at that age.
was it
They
your mother
said-
or father that pushed it?
That's what I've been asking all these years. But since they're both dead, I can't even ask them
That's
anymore.
true.
I don't know. Why do we end up where we end up when we end up there?
Okay, and so prior to that, because your mother was
Jesus, How
Catholic,
far are you going back? Okay, I had one diaper and
did
I
you
went
go
through-
every weekend? Did you go every Sunday? Did you go 3 times a week? Did you go just trying to learn
What are the
about my
choices I
dad?
get? Put none of the above. How's that?
So but it was interesting why you went off to the seminary.
Well, they used
Can I
to
send you back right now?
they used to say, and be good at church too when you go.
Write us once a year.
Yeah, write us once a year. No, the real truth of that is that's where it starts. Actually, that's where Kamala Harris was right. It's the roots, and I think that's a fab. And then, so start from there.
So do you think parents nowadays are not being as strict enough, or because honestly, back in most people, I would think around the world, but just in the United States, go to church every Sunday. That used to be the way, right? 50s, 60s. Was that common?
Well, certainly it was common for a multitude of factors. Social media is the biggest thing.
No. I'm not talking about that. Answer a question.
Okay.
Is this a pink pick?
Hold it closer to your eyes. I
Oh,
told you.
God.
Okay.
See,
You-
hey,
you
we got to
can-
play
you can
quarters
never-
or something, but with a pick and bounce
Hey,
it in.
you got two pricks over here.
Yeah,
What's
go
the deal?
pick yourself.
Pick for either of us.
You can pick your own father. Oh, no, you
Okay,
can't
no.
pick your father. No, do you think it's changed? The attendance at churches in the United States of America, the numbers dwindled? Have they stayed the same?
Do I have a minute to give
As long
my
as you
opinion?
stay on topic, yeah.
Okay. As long as when do I ever stay on topic?
Yeah. See?
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle, life is but a stage. Where
All
we
right, stop,
dance and
please.
fret upon it, and then I heard no more, and that's the end of it. Now you can comment on it.
I don't want to comment. I'm just trying to answer some questions here.
Well, I had to fit that in somehow, and that
No.
seemed the least likely place that you would be.
That
Yeah.
was called the bathroom break for our viewers there. They could get up and go while you.
Well, they can rewind it and play it again.
I don't even know if I'm recording the show this time.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't if I were you.
So, no. So, but you agree? Has it changed? Yes or no?
Of course, it's changed.
Okay.
Of
Why do you
course
think
it's
that
changed.
is?
And that's why parents don't know what to do, just like anybody else doesn't know what to do. You either ride on the wave, your famous words, you either ride the wave or you're going to get rolled over. It's really your only couple of
So your
options you have.
viewpoint on why numbers have declined in church attendance.
Social media. Churches can't back up their claim that there's a God.
Yes, they can.
See, there you go. No, they can't.
Yes, they can. That's the
Oh,
whole purpose of it.
No, see, they cannot back that claim
You
up.
know, Jesse Ventura, I think.
Well, you
he had
can
in a
bring
Playboy-
anybody you want.
No, listen to me. In a Playboy article a long time ago, I think I remember. I didn't read it, but I heard about it.
It's right next to the picture.
It was either ESPN or it was a Playboy article.
Sure.
But like Jesse Ventura had mentioned, I think it was Jesse. I'll have to look this up, but fact check it.
Mm-hmm.
But that religion was used as a crutch for people.
Well, that's something that I've listened to my whole life. Is that term has been around so it's got whiskers. That term is so old. Hey,
What term?
speaking of
What term? It's not a
whiskers,
term.
You know about whiskers? I like this way new guys do things now. I don't have to shave for 3 days. And I can always say, "Yeah, I'm that new gruff guy," so I don't have to shave.
It covers your fat.
Well, that's true. The older guys you have to have more layers of
That's
hair.
why I have a beard. I have 4 chins, and so it covers 2 of
You
them.
have foreskin? No,
It's Sunday today. We're trying to preach some
wait a minute. No, don't say Sunday.
religion. No,
we
it
can't
is
use it for
April
our
7th,
Saturday show.
2024. No, this is no, it's Sunday because you're lazy. You didn't get up in time
Mhm.
yesterday, Saturday. Actually, we did, but I screwed up on the audio. There was an audio bed of music underneath that actually was very loud, and so I couldn't air that one. I'm trying to fix it. Maybe we'll just have to re-record it or something, huh?
We'll
I hate
you'll
going over
see it
subjects.
in bloopers, which is coming out in our new book.
Yeah, bloopers.
Yeah, My Son the Blooper. No, it's a whole life of
You should have
Tony's
pulled out.
bloopers.
That's kind of like the
you
Iraqi
take
war.
and you put it in, and it's a whole book on your kids' bloopers.
Yeah, like this whole show, you can't even stick to the subject.
What was the subject again?
That's exactly
Religion and
white
hypocrisy.
kids. Okay, so let me. Have you heard of this? So several years back,
Okay.
I wanted to start my own religion, just like Scientology and things like
Sure.
that. They can start their own. I thought, hey, I want to make
You
some money.
investigated that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Scientology?
Yeah, me and Leah.
Okay. You and
Leah and I.
That's true. It was
So-
Leah, and you definitely Leah and I.
Maybe I investigated her. At any rate, so I thought a long time ago, because my mind always is thinking. You ever get that where you can't shut it off and you don't sleep and you just
No,
keep
I
on
don't.
going?
But
Okay.
thanks for bringing it
Your
up.
mouth just keeps going on without.
That's true.
Anyways, I came up with a new religion I was going to call Anthonyism. My name is Anthony, and then Anthonyism or Anthonyism, something like that. Anyways, they actually already have it.
Wait a minute. What was the subject again?
Anthonyism. It's a religion, but listen what it actually means in the Urban Dictionary. It's like Buddhism, but it's used for evil ways, like making cruel but funny jokes on people. That's you.
like parents. Yeah.
No, that's what you do all the time. You always make fun of me. They can't help, but they laugh and feel guilty for laughing for that.
Parents got to have some joy. Otherwise, why do you do it? I mean, it can't be for that 35 seconds. I mean, my God, there's got to be some.
At least you stayed on the topic
You
this time. My
can't pick
God.
on your kids. What is it all about? Don't you
Two words
agree?
for you. Iron.
Iron,
Iron.
irony.
Put them together. Remember there was a show, Apple.
Oh yeah.
They used to put
Oh,
shows. I think
here's
it's
one.
Electric Company back in the day.
Sanford. Yeah,
And Jesus?
Thomas
Sanford
Rock.
and Jesus?
Sanford and Son.
I know. But we're not going back to the 50s here, so
Okay, but I like that.
that is a funny show.
And that's one thing when you get to my age, it's just a real pleasure to watch Taxi and Mary Tyler Moore and to me it was like yesterday. You want to stay away from Alzheimer's, folks? Think about the past. Enjoy the past. Dig into the past. 10% of your time, 80% of the time, stay in the future. Stay now, and 10% of the time in the future.
Just do crosswords. That's easier. They say that
I hate
crosswords, I know I do too, but crosswords help delay.
Dementia.
Yeah.
I believe it. I have no problem. But they don't
just
know.
forgot what I was
It's
talking
like,
about.
Here's another one: is Sid's death. Do you know to this day sudden infant death syndrome? They have no cause.
Do you know if the numbers are up or down on that?
That's a good point. It doesn't even brought up. I mean, and for those of you who don't know, Tony lost a younger brother through Sid's death, and we've often wondered. And but there's been, and you hear nothing about it. Sometimes it rises to the point of a few people talking about it, and then it usually drops into that, unless you're in the circle.
So let me get back to our topic, which is religion, and we're getting off again.
No, religion,
What it-
the whole world.
Okay. What are your viewpoints as far as should people go to church? And what is the purpose of going to church? And what is the outcome of people to go to church?
Okay. I what I'll do is I'll expand on Desiderata's got one line in there. Okay.
Okay.
This is what Desiderata says.
Okay.
It says, therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him or her to be. So that's
Okay.
my answer.
Well, it's not really an answer, but
I've
that's a
listened
good
to
quote.
priests and doctors and good guys and bad guys over the years. If you can get it straight with your heart and it doesn't bother other people, do that. And
So
do that
you're
your whole life.
saying you don't have to go to church. Go to church. I just want an answer.
Okay,
Should you go to church? Or are there benefits of going to church, and are there not?
Well, you just listed the reason, which is my belief. It's what you want to do.
Okay.
If I try to fit you in your square box and I can't fit you into a round hole, I don't care how many times I drive you there, let you off, and everything else. That's got to stop. Forget it. You want churches to change. But they got like 1 foot in the water. They don't want to change. They don't want to go with local things that are going on. They're always trying to make you come to theirs. And that is not the way you're going to win the whole world.
See, that's how I disagree. So
Well, that's
that's
interesting.
wonderful. That's fine to a certain person.
Okay.
But
fair enough.
here's the thing. So a lot of people, here are the negatives, a couple negatives real quick
Okay.
about why people go to church. They and you brought me up, they can go to church one day of the week and are assholes the rest of the week.
That's right.
So that I see. I get it. Okay, that's wrong. Going there and just thinking you can be absolved just for showing up. And a lot of people don't even listen anyways to the sermon. They just think by doing this ritual and this planned event every Sunday that they're going to be a better person for it. And that's not the case. But going to church is a couple things. The way I look at it and why I go is I go because I think, yeah, God's everywhere and you can pray everywhere and, do your own ceremonies, that kind of thing. But I like going there and saying that I'm not lazy. I have to thank God for everything I have and be grateful. And so I'm going to go to your house and say thank you to you. Well, I know you're everywhere, but this shows that I have intent that I'm going to say thank you. So anyway, that's my own personal thing. But I think that people go there and sometimes need a message, and the homilies, they're good reminders. And sometimes people get so stressed out and so focused on their own problems and the little things in life. and their how they prioritize things in life, and they forget about stuff. So kind of bringing them back in and reminding them that, the Bible is a good book. It's a good book to live by. If everybody lived by it, it would help. But I still think there's a lot of great things at churches. I just think the problem is, well, it depends on the religion, but I mean, the problem of people going to the church is that people are very selfish in a way, and their time is valuable, but they don't want to give it up to go to the church, and they get lazy. And I get it. I mean, there's a lot of things in life, families, all that kind of stuff, but to take an hour out of the week and to go and say, hey, thanks God, or whoever you believe in, is kind of a nice representation of instead of staying at home, well, thanks God, laying in bed and I'll sleep another hour. I do that sometimes, but I think it's just nice. There's a lot of, again, we talk about hypocrisy, but there's a lot of hypocrisy in churches and everything in life. But I think we have to be stronger than that and give people strength by going to church. There's a lot of weak people, Dad. You're a strong person, but there's a lot of weak people out there. And if they don't have people to remind them of what life is about and try to get them to stay on the right path, then
can I give you an insight of
okay,
something?
yeah.
Okay. Not to belabor the point of why I go to veterans in hospice, but I've done that for years, and that anyway. I don't want to belabor that point. That's another show. But anyway, I saw this guy. He's in hospice. He's dying. He's got his last days. He's got his legs crossed, and he's laying in bed. He's got his arms crossed and his fingers crossed. Says, "What's the matter?" And the guy looked at me. Says, "I hope I'm right." Mm-hmm. And that kind of levels the playing field for us all, doesn't it? Because
what was he hoping he was right about?
What he did in life.
Oh,
he didn't even have to say it to me. He looked. He says, "I hope I was
do
right."
you think what you've done in life is right?
What he didn't.
What
right?
you did.
Okay, what I did in my life is try. It was. That's a good point. Yeah, I've always tried to do the right thing, whether you do or not, or mostly because your viewpoints on things change. If somebody's staring a gun at you and you shoot them or something, you have to keep everything in context. So that when you tell me, I've had such a varied career that I can honestly say that I've never tried to hurt anyone else intentionally.
Well, I've tried to hurt people.
What?
I've tried to hurt people.
Well, of course, everybody. Well, you
people
all
deserve to be hurt. Some people.
Hey, how many times have you told me that you got to go be yourself?
Mm-hmm.
That's a term that I thought was very intuitive of you, because you're right. Go be yourself. I'm not going to. You can tell me about your experiences, but I'm not going to sit and judge them. I'll laugh at them. I'll cry at them. I'll do whatever. But I didn't experience them, and I can't tell you what I'd feel like. So if you ask my opinion of that, you're only asking me an opinion of a salesperson. You're trying to sell me on a point one way or another. Either you're the good guy in the story, the bad guy in the story. I don't want to digress. But anyway, that's my thought.
No, and that's, and back to my point, I kind of joke and jest when I say that, but there are bad people in this world. There's good and bad, right? And so
we know it.
In a lot of religions, you should just stay back and not do anything and let God judge them. And that's fine, but I'm not going to let people get away with hurting other people. That's just the line I draw. And I'm not afraid to step up and stop that kind of thing, because there's a lot of victims in this world, and I don't like when people are victimized. And if those people that are committing the violence or the acts of hurting others, I'm going to stop it. That's just the way it is. And there's some religions, even within Christianity, divisions of Christianity that won't even do anything.
Well, the whole idea, son, is find the shoe size that fits you.
That's a good point. Actually, that's a good line. I like that.
Put the shoe on and walk in their path. And if that gives you the solace you need through life, God bless you. And if it's anything that's detrimental to society or anyone else, be damned you.
I think he was a French philosopher. His name is Pascal, I believe, but I'd have to look the exact person up. But he said that it's better to believe and be wrong than not believe and be wrong.
The same guy in the foxhole next to me said that too. It's
you were
better
in a
to
foxhole.
believe.
You were on a boat. What were you doing in a foxhole?
Well, that's what I asked the Navy. What the hell am I doing in a foxhole?
You go over on land there, and we'll come pick you up in an hour.
We called it playtime. They sent us over with a shovel. We built little castles on the beaches off the Mekong.
Oh, that's a great question. In Vietnam, were there nice beaches?
Oh yeah. Did you see Platoon? Platoon had
It's a
that
movie.
beautiful. The guy flies. Oh yeah. Well, you got to remember that Vietnam was a coastal. I mean, that's like Florida. As a matter of fact, the only thing was different between Florida and Vietnam was in Vietnam they had mountains. Other than that, they had the same.
And when they turned on their right signal, they actually turned right. In Florida, they always turn on the right signal.
No,
and turn left.
they don't have old people there.
Yeah.
They don't let them get old. If you've ever been there, you know it's a rough country to be old in.
I don't know. I'd like to go back.
Can't
Would you
run
ever
as
want to go
fast.
back to Vietnam?
No,
Is
it's such a sad thing to,
Yeah.
if I'd been a minister there or something, it'd been one thing, but no, it's such a terrible memory.
PTSD. Yeah, I've
spent
never
60
been there.
years, son. I've spent, 60 years trying to eradicate that stain. And I don't know who has. I'd like to know one person that's been over there in combat to tell me how they eradicated that idea at that young age to have done what they did. And I don't know. And now we don't, what's sad and son, we don't even have a veterans parade in Minnesota now.
Yeah,
That
no,
I know of.
that's-
I mean, we're forgetting them. We put them on the back burner. It's just like I had the World War II guys. That is the reason that I was proud to go. Anyway, we diverted.
Yeah. I've heard stories and saw things on news programs where people have gone back, and it's very hard, and maybe it's a closure sense. I don't know why people go back to ask forgiveness or to see what I don't know. I wasn't through Vietnam, and I can't even imagine what that would have been like. And so God bless you all for
Well,
trying
thank
to
you.
get rid of the bad things that you were forced to do. But in general, though, I mean, we have to remember that we're trying you would think as a country to do the right thing. So we're trying to stop communism spreading, and we're trying to keep freedom free. And so,
Yeah, we have.
I don't know. I mean, we won't, we're trying to stay on the religion topic here.
Well, and you talked about religion, and the religion has
Your religion changed. Oh, that's a great
Oh,
question.
is my religion? No.
No, when you went over there, because you were studying to be a priest, and then all of a sudden you went and then went to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Did it change your viewpoints as what you were just taught for the last so many years?
Yes, and no. I still believe in God. I still believe that people are good. I believe that you have to work for that good, though. You can't just be handed it. Somebody isn't standing on the corner giving you an ice cream cone. You got to go out and you got to see how it's made, and that's what I believe in. And when you answer me, it's not a simple yes no question. Yes, I do believe in God. No, I don't believe the way it's being sold to any of us. But that's, again, the different shoe size you have. If you got a sandal on, you're going to a lot different than the guy walking around in a combat boot. So just remember that it's that what you sign on to. And if you don't like it, go get a new pair of shoes. But investigate the shoe. Read about it, think about it before you do it. And then you get that shoe, then you won't feel annoyed by the little things that are wrong with it.
You and Al Bundy would be great together. Al Bundy sold shoes, right?
That is, son, thank you. What an excellent analogy. Did you just come up on that on your own? It's funny, I didn't even give you a script for the show. And you came up with that on your own. I tell you can be so proud of your kids.
What's your
when
point?
They
What
don't
did
do
I
it,
say?
you
I
do
don't
it,
even know what I
bad
said. I
pants.
called you Al Bundy. What would that?
Made me feel good. I burned a little tear to my eye, actually, to be honest.
What
with
did I say?
you. Because then you're like that girl.
Married with children?
Yeah, married. I love Married with Children. Married with Children was the epitome.
All right, don't get us into trouble here.
Okay, well, the epitome. That's it. That was the final thing. I didn't say anything else. I don't agree. I love that show, though.
I think religion, so belief system is good. I think the power of belief, which at the core value is there to have good core beliefs in that belief system to help others to go on and live life and do the right thing. If you have no belief, and then you can run astray, but also you can believe in yourself too. You need to believe in yourself to have that strength. I think it was Oprah Winfrey who always said that she always believed in herself, and she always went with her brain, not necessarily her heart or her Heart? I can't remember. Anyway, don't quote me on that. I forgot what that was all about.
She's really
See,
a
I'm
great
I'm
woman.
getting your
She's
disease.
A great woman.
I think we roll. Yeah, she is. I think we reversed roles here. This is
Well, we have to. It's the whole kung fu thing
no.
where the teacher
Can I hit you?
beats up the student first.
No,
remember?
I'm starting to ramble like you.
I know, and but I did have a good point, but that was a few
Oh,
things away.
That song by Jelly Roll, isn't that good?
If you haven't heard it, folks, listen to it. But like me, when you get older, you got to have the words written down below so I can see them because there's some really good words.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite songs.
And Jelly Roll,
of
I
recent.
really like it. I like his personality. I
Yeah.
all I really knew was his personality. I thought I like a guy when he's facing life on his front foot. That's the big thing with me. You fight life and teach your kid to fight from the front foot. Don't fight from the back foot.
Can I kick you with my front foot?
Yeah, like,
Right
it's
in
hard to
your
kick you with
balls.
my front foot too. No, anyway, Jelly Roll's great. Tony's right bringing that up. He introduced me to that guy's the song he sang.
Yeah, it's great music. I like his stuff. He has a couple other ones too I like, but I'm not a huge country music fan, but some songs I get into, and I think he's more country.
But I thought is this on the religious tone?
Oh, see, now I'm starting to train him pretty good. Now he's trying to stay on track.
Yeah, and it's hard, I mean, I've been training now. How old are
Do
you?
you have a prayer that you've been saying your whole life?
When you were born, you know that you were the only one that slapped the doctor. He slapped you, you slapped him, and it's been a slap.
I wish I would have slapped
ever
you.
since. Yeah, I do. You slapped me a couple times. Yeah, mentally, never physically.
Mentally, yeah.
Yes, always never.
You were the
physically.
physical one.
The only way I could take it out of you was when I was changing your diaper. I pull it real tight.
When was the first time, and what was the worst time that you were the most mad at me?
Okay. I was carrying you because I had to change your diaper, and I'm walking in the hallway of our house in Golden Valley. And I'm walking, and you'd wanted a dog. And so we got you a dog.
How old was I?
Well, let's see. When did you quit crapping your pants? 15?
Last
16?
week.
Last week. No, you're about 1 year old, okay? And I'm walking through the hallway, and you didn't pick up the crap, and I stepped in the dog with bare feet on. I stepped on the dog poop, and it went up between my toes. I was so, I wanted to stick you out, put you on the curb, and hope that I would
Nice.
take you.
You need Jesus on that one. Okay, there's a couple holes in that.
Jesus.
Why were you carrying me at 1? And 2, how did I express that I wanted a dog if I couldn't even talk at 1 year old? And
Well, you do it
did I call you a
vicariously.
dog?
Vicariously, you did
And
that.
why didn't you clean up the poop in the first place?
Because you didn't. That was your responsibility.
I'm just
Your
gonna crawl
dog.
around and
You ever notice how kids always want the pets, but they don't want the responsibility of the pets?
that's a good topic actually. We can get into what kids
Yeah.
want.
And so,
do we-
what's the correct course on that? If you get rid of the dog,
Buy a
you're-
small dog. That's the correct
Buy a
course.
small. Yeah, that's true.
The
have a
poop
small-
smaller. That's a very that's that show Kung Fu. I think they had that as a saying in there. Remember that with David
Oh,
Carradine?
David Carradine. I love Kung
Yeah, that
Fu.
was good. Why don't we
such-
see that anywhere? I don't see that anywhere. That's not on Tubi or not on any of those freebies or whatever they call them.
Hey, wait a
all the
minute. I
streaming
thought you had a
services?
VHS on how to learn Kung Fu by David Carradine.
Yeah, but you recorded over all my VHS tapes with pornography. Those
Yeah, that took me all day too. By the way, I want to tell you. No, that's it's funny. That's
funny we-
another show too. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what.
religion and pornography in the same show. Where else could you get that
How
but
do
the
they
father
deal with
versus
that?
son?
Oh, that's a big thing.
Okay.
Biggest thing to me about religion, the biggest split we had is, see, I'm not. I don't know how they. You can't just say just believe. Why somebody can get an annulment, but if you're too poor, you can't. And tell me things why the president can be for abortion, but he can still be in the Catholic religion. I mean, there's so much hypocrisy. See, the whole thing is hypocrisy. So don't be hypocritical. Tell your kids one thing and then completely do another thing and then explain it away. They call
So
that
basically what you're
mansplaining.
saying,
Is that mansplaining?
sure.
Okay.
The only thing I got out of that is you're hinting toward an annulment. You want to get an annulment with me. Is that right? Let me write.
Well, no,
I'll contact
I'm
my
not
lawyer
Ricky
after
now.
this.
I'm not Frank Sinatra. And and you don't have anything against those guys. You understand that, but why do the wealthy people always shove it in our face and say, "Hey, really, I'm not peeing on your leg," even though they're peeing on my leg? They say, "It's raining. Really? Where do you think that pee came from? It's rain." And people, the golden rule: he who has the gold makes the rules. If you don't believe that, go back to kindergarten, because they taught you that there. But it is forever the truth of it. He who has the gold makes the rules.
You know, it was great in
Ask
kindergarten.
Elon Musk. What? They have
Kindergarten.
stunned you.
Dead air. Thanks for my dead air. Kindergarten nap time was the greatest. Oh, there was this little girl named Becky, and I used to put my little rug next to her rug.
Hey, speaking of rugs, are you getting any hair implants, or is that because?
Yeah, like the ones in your ear.
No, the nose ones.
You
Those are
just-
the ones I can't get.
You pluck them, would you?
Oh, there are so many things when you get older.
We're
that
gonna have
are
so many
fun.
good shows down the road here.
What happened?
So many good shows. Yeah, that'll be a good show too. But so many shows we'll be having on different things like that. Today's was religion, and we didn't get anywhere as always, but that's okay. And that's what the whole point of religion is you can't get anywhere. It's been around for thousands of years, millions of years, whatever. I don't know what cavemen thought of back in the day, but I don't know. But
We'll
here we
circle
are.
back to you though.
Yeah, we'll get more if you have topics that we should discuss. We like to solve problems too. Hang on, hold that thought. Bite your tongue there, little kitty. I'm gonna call him Ladybug from now on too. I like that
Okay,
name.
bed bug.
Jeez, that doesn't even make sense. I'm not in your bed and I'm not a bug. So Ladybug is funny because it's just funny. His regimen every morning, by the way, is 10 gummies. How many do you take a morning?
No,
Cheech and Chong
I don't
gummies.
take 10. I take the recommended daily amount to be funny.
2 every half hour, plus Bailey's in your coffee, which is pretty good.
Yeah, the Baileys and coffee is good, but you got to have that day kicker. Everyone is different. So,
You don't have to have a day kicker. I'm going to kick you. Yeah, you don't have to have a day kicker. You're promoting bad things on a religious show here. For
Oh,
today,
we're
it's
still
only
talking
religious.
about religion?
Well, we
I
were.
told you everything about religion you need to know. Go shoe shopping. You and Ed Bundy. Ed Bundy is really there is a guy that deserved an Emmy. Actually, the whole show did. Christina
It was
Applegate.
first it was
You like-
Al Bundy for one. Ted Bundy killed people, I
Oh,
think.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks
Excuse
for
me.
wrong
It wasn't
idols
Ted
there.
Bundy, yeah. Clean up on aisle 8.
Yeah, but
No,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom. That was, what was his name? Al Bundy.
Al Bundy was the character.
I can see why your eyes got real big there,
Yeah, but Christina Applegate, God bless
Oh,
her.
I love
I've
that.
always loved her. Still
That
do.
lady
She's
has
such a
always been a.
strong human being.
You
Yeah.
remember her with Bud Newhart?
Why? See, people will ask me, "Oh, can we
For your
divorce our
autograph?
parents?"
No, but they'll ask me.
No, I don't get this. You come up with dumb questions.
I said, did you like?
There are dumb questions. Don't argue with me on that. You said, "Did I ask your question
Well,
again?"
don't ask those people if they're dumb questions because you'll insult them.
I'm not insulting them. They're going to agree with me. We'll take a poll right now.
Okay,
And
I vote
everybody-
against it.
I voted for it. I won.
Okay,
No, what did you just say to me? Something about Bundy.
was this going to be a quiz?
Geez, see,
Okay, I said Al Bundy, right?
right.
Okay, and Christina Applegate was
Right.
in with Bob Newhart.
What are you
Remember
talking?
Bob
I
Newhart?
do, but she was never with him.
Oh, was it? Who was that girl in there? She was always in that in
She
the
had red hair.
that inn up north.
Oh, that's a whole different thing with
That was
Larry's.
Christina Applegate.
No,
Oh, she was just in with Bud.
that was another. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know her name
Al
offhand. but
Bundy. Al Bundy. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that show.
Wow. Whoa.
Okay, now who was the young kid in that show?
Yes.
What do you mean? Yes, that's not an answer.
Who is his name?
Jeez, I asked you first. see how easy you are to argue with? My God, I can't.
See,
even ask
I know every viewer out there and every listener out there got what I was doing. I just did a "Who's on first" joke with you, and you fell for it.
Oh, like, give me a break. I fall into this crap every day. You aren't getting no cherry.
Well, you
here,
step
buddy.
in it all the time. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
but
Yeah.
I'm falling for it and then stepping
You
in
pitch
it.
me these softballs that I have to hit. If I don't, I'm a bad softball player.
Well, that's true.
What's your favorite sport to play?
Okay.
Besides with your balls.
Don't be getting personal. all these. It's for the evening evening. That'll be shown.
Yeah, it's good religious program here.
Yeah. You know, it's me and you in football. That's a threesome. I don't think we'll ever break up. Foursome. Excuse me.
What?
We got fivesome, sixsome, seventh. Okay. Anyway, football.
Football? What's a football? I think that's a new sport. All right. Episode 10's coming to a close here. Thank God. Because it was on religion. Get it?
No, I
See
was
what
just starting to learn something from myself. Sometimes when I talk, I teach myself.
The message I want. Okay, let's leave our viewers with a message. First,
Okay.
what's your message about religion?
Wear the right shoes.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's a good statement. I'm going to get a shirt made. Hey, buy a mug, by the way.
Okay. How much are they?
I don't know. But yeah, just believe in yourself, believe in a higher power. There is a purpose why we're here, and go out and treat others as you'd want to be treated. And let's clean up some of these problems in this world. For
I believe in
God's
your
sake.
parents.
Yeah, that too, unless you got this one.
That's true.
Actually, I
am
will
the
say
exception.
I am very happy. I love you, and you're a great dad. I love arguing with you because you don't get anything I'm saying anyways, so I can get away with a lot. And I just, we preach on this a lot. We say talk to each other, keep those lines of communication open, agree to disagree, but have fun in this life. It's such a short ride. Have fun, do unto others, blah, 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 that kind of thing. This episode was about religion, and I hope you have some belief or are going to go search out and learn about things, and don't just go off Google like I always do, but get out there and try out different churches. I was a Scientologist for a couple of years. I tried that. I've tried different religions. There's grains of salt in every religion. If we can put them all together and maybe just take the base of it by treating others good, and maybe this world can be a happier place instead of fighting over religion, fighting over the dumbest things, and try to help each other out. I think that's a good message, right?
4 words I think are most helpful that I've learned over the years dealing with you, your mother, brother, all other people. I said, I'm sorry, let's move on. Those are simple words. I'm sorry, let's move on.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It depends if you
Let's move
conjugate.
on.
I don't want to talk outside your educational.
Or if you mumble, it kind of rhymes
Yes,
together.
yes. Well, I don't want to
I
talk.
mumble a lot.
Yes, you do. Mumbles. Hey, wasn't it the name of
Marble.
Superman and Mumbles? Wasn't it?
Marbles in your pants.
Yes. That's what we did. Mom would cut holes in the bottom of our pockets so we'd have something to play with while
That's
we were
how
in
poor you
church.
were, huh?
That's yeah.
We're
I'm
getting off
telling
into
you.
another subject, but tune in next time.
Aliens next.
Okay, episode 11, aliens.
Ooh,
And
scary.
are they amongst us? Yes, they are. Have a great day. Go out and do something
God
positive
bless.
with your life, and we out of here.
Da, 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 da.